Hello everyone, I'm Jaideep Singh Chahal. So today we are going to try something a little different. We were out with a bunch of friends. Mostly all of us are from Amritsar and we got like four vehicles this time. So the convenience with Amritsar is that whenever it snows in Dalhousie, which is one of the nicest hill stations with the maximum green coverage, so we always are just an hour and a half away. So this time what happened, when it snowed, a friend of ours, Karan, has got a beautiful place in Dalhousie by the name of Mongas. So all of us, it was an impromptu plan and we took off there and then. So we reached yesterday. It didn't really snow. It snowed for like 10 minutes. So with snow, it is all a game of patience. And we went through this Lakad Mandi stretch yesterday as well. The cutter had gone through and the tracks were clear. I'll put some videos of that as well. And today morning we got the call that it is raining and the Lakad Mandi stretch is going to get snow. So skipped breakfast and off we are. And now it is the Gypsy, the trusted Gypsy, in the lead, followed by the Jimny, that is Akshay's Jimny, and I am in the Stingray Rubicon. So never really recorded this way with a phone mount or a phone stand, but we had the entire rig ready in the Rubicon, so I thought why not. So there we go. And now that we are on the Lakad Mandi stretch, and you can see beautiful puffy flakes falling and snow is becoming visible. So the problem with precipitation always is rain or snow, it won't look that dense or that thick or that serious, I would say, on camera, because nothing can capture an image like the naked eye, but I'll try whatever I can record. So this is the Lakad Mandi stretch. The Gypsy is running BFGs 215s, followed by the Jimny with the Ironman and the LTX Trail, the new Michelins. So this is going to be a test for them. It did beautifully nice and beautifully well yesterday, and very happy with the tires. Didn't really need to use the snow chains. Today the situation might arise because it has, it snowed yesterday, day before yesterday, and the tracks have hardened, and now is when we will probably find some black ice, and we might need to use the chains. Further up, this is, I think, with enough determination you could push through this track with a two-wheel drive as well, but the only problem with that is momentum. So if you've got momentum, you might go to a certain distance and then stop, and you're pretty much stuck there. So we'll see how these LTX trails do. As of now, on the road and slight rough patches, I would really say that tire is doing better than the Geolander, 100% better than the Geolander. The Continental and the Geolander, we've not had really great experiences with those. My Y61 Patrol that I had earlier, it was running a beautiful set of 35-inch Geolanders, but they've really disappointed us. So it was like a sitting duck in spite of being such a capable vehicle in snow. So, and a few other instances, we had a Pajero Sport which got three flats in a single trip, and not just flats, it was sidewall cuts, and that was with the Continental cross contact, if I'm not wrong. That was the tire, the all-terrain option by Continental. So that being it, we've pretty much stuck to BFGs, but Akshay has a lot of long distance traveling and he prefers using the Jimny over his Fortuner. So we decided to go for a more comfortable option for the Jimny. He's been pretty happy with it right now. Being somebody who's been driving on BFGs for the last 5-ish years, he's very satisfied with the grip he's finding in these LTXs also. So for now, I think the view is to enjoy, and I really need to sharpen my camera skills. I can't really catch the haze, the way it gets overcast, and how everything darkens up once the snow clouds come up. But that being it, I've also left one of the side glasses a little down, so that I always prefer not using heat in the snow, even though all modern day vehicles are equipped with that very well. But I prefer not using it, because that really messes up you when you leave the vehicle to go out for a recovery or anything. That is just inviting trouble, and you are prone to get sick. So afterwards I'll check the video. If there's a lot of background noise, we'll switch over to a closed glass always. Just experimenting a little with the view. But Dalhousie is probably the most underestimated hill station, because it practically is kind of out of the way for most people. It really sits on the side, and you can't really access it that easy, because no major connectivity otherwise, because the only option to enter Dalhousie is through Pathankot primarily. So that's why. But for us, it has been the favorite always, because now we've got a pass. So it's been a favorite always. I'll try to quickly zoom up, because 2.5, 3 hours, 3 hours with motivated driving, 3.5 hours away, and that is really, really convenient. So, and it has the best green cover. The greenery in Dalhousie is something you have to experience. So it gets a lot of precipitation. Actually, it gets probably one of the nicest snowfalls in North India. So another thing that that we should be aware of, there's two kinds of snow on the ice. One being what we are going through right now. This is like flaky powder. You can just push through it, you can drive through it with no worries, and it just parts way, and you kind of find traction down low wherever the surface is. And otherwise also, first few times around it compresses to give you a little space, and you can easily push through. But the other one is when it has snowed for quite a few times, and all of this flake gets compressed under its own weight, and it forms like a hard slab of, I won't say ice, but dense snow. And then it really is trouble, because that doesn't part way for you. So that is our friends from Ludhiana. That is Jimmy Paji. That he's waiting for his tough dog. That Hilux is also running a set of BFGs. So they were the advance party. They went up ahead. They've probably gone till the roadblock is there. So we'll just quickly pause the video. So moving on, we've got to play catch up with the pack. So what I am driving is the Stingray Rubicon. It's got all the bells and whistles we could think of. It's got a Fox lift kit, KMC wheels, loads of nice lights. We've got a set of Baja XL80s in the front, and it's got a Vaughan winch, a Mopar bumper, and not to forget, it's got BFG 35s, and this is fresh snow. fresh snow, and I don't know if the camera can catch the vehicle sliding out from the there. But so the thing with the Rubicon is it really makes things very. Sorry, still learning. So what happened was I forgot to put my phone in airplane mode and I got a call in between. So now there's a nice thick layer of snow coming down, and this should fill up the roads pretty well. So the plan is to go uphill, get stuck, and then try to make our way downhill, uphill, whatsoever is required. So what I was talking about was that the Rubicon, it kind of feels like a cheat code, because if you got the right hardware, the gearbox and the amount of options that you have in this, with locking diffs front and rear, and shifting on the fly, and the gearbox is like it like understands that you will be going off-roading with this thing. So with the correct tire size, this auto complements the 35-inch BFGs, which are supposed to be the golden size for the Rubicon all over. So that is why it looks and it works beautifully, and it gives you a lot of confidence. Yeah, now you can start seeing the haze, and the fresh layer has kind of started covering the tracks. So good day to get stuck and then find our way downhill, I guess. So I'll keep recording any other interesting thing. I'll definitely try to record that, because we've never really had the opportunity to record in Fresno. I never used to record earlier back when we used to travel. So we had decided this time that we'll record as well, and hopefully share the beauty of a fresh snow with a capable vehicle with everybody. So having driven a lot of vehicles, different vehicles in snow and in black ice and in all types of surfaces, what I've realized is that traction is key, and you need the best possible tires for going through snow, black ice, whatever the weather might throw at you. But you need a good set of tires. So much so that I feel that a good pair of snow capable tires or all-terrain tires on a two-wheel drive could probably do better than and a 4x4 with the incorrect set of tires. We've seen a lot of helpless Fortuners and other vehicles, so ones that manage to get stuck with the stock dwellers. So with the with the right hardware, it becomes more fun, and you can actually drive without much worry. It becomes very easy. So yeah, there's people making the most of Thars, and I guess everybody is halted. We'll take a quick halt and try to record some more. So this is a quick run to the hotel to pick up a friend, and lucky for me, now you can see the full haze on the side as well, and we'll be getting a pretty much fresh track, nice and slidey, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So yep. But after driving all the other vehicles, the Rubicon actually feels like a video game cheat code, because the vehicle really compensates for any lack in skill or experience, and it just you're pretty much floating through stuff where other vehicles are probably struggling. So that is where, you know, the hardcore off-road oriented pedigree, it really shows, and the way the vehicle handles and the way the vehicle is confident when, you know, going in and out of situations, I would say. So very, very confidence inspiring, very confidence inspiring. Same thing happened when, you know, when we started taking those unplanned shortcuts in the Zanskar trip. So the vehicle practically does everything for you. There's like a sport plus 4x4 mode. Both the lockers are electronic. It'll engage, disengage, and, you know, make it work just how you want it. So very, very positive. That is one very, very positive thing. So for somebody, what I would say, looking at developing skill, I would still suggest you go for a CJ3B or a Gypsy to sharpen your skills, and then graduate to something like, you know, the Rubicon. Because if you're driving the Rubicon or an equivalent vehicle, the vehicle is doing so much for you that you actually don't get the opportunity to do much yourself. So there's just the braking won't help. You'll be sliding, slipping, and all sorts of stuff, because the surface is practically slip slide, ski prep sort of a surface. So you got to be cautious. Pump the brake, don't hold it, it'll slide. Sharp U-turns, you have to be cognizant that, you know, the surface is now packed. What looks like just an inch or 2 inches of snow, once hardened and packed, it becomes difficult to, you know, figure out, because then the snow takes over and it becomes kind of like aquaplaning, and you will be pretty much at the mercy of the snow gods. So there's a lot of army presence this side, and the always trusted Gypsy, it just goes through, you know, the terrain with so much confidence. So sand and snow, I feel they behave pretty similarly, because both will need momentum, but too much hurry, it doesn't really work for you. Then you'll be pretty much spinning at the same spot. So I would say what you practically need is a lot of patience and a lot of you know, experience in order to have some momentum to, you know, keep the movement going. So now the snow started to lighten up a little bit. So we'll quickly run to the hotel and pick the missing last band member, and then off we go.
निकल जाएगी।
So this is one thing that people have to be very careful about. They park and stop as per their own will, and especially in running tracks. So if you, like when we are coming downhill, had we braked hard, we could easily slide into that vehicle, because again, the camera doesn't do justice to a lot of things. One of them being the gradient. So the amount of incline is actually only felt once you start sliding. So so that is one thing you've got to be very, very mindful of. And I don't think there's a hill station that looks nicer than Dalhousie in the snow, because it's a very outdoorsy kind of a place, not overly populated, a lot of army presence, so that doesn't really let the place get too crowded. And then there's of course no government offices as such, and it is just a traveler's joy, I would say. So that being it, I'll try to record some more, see if we catch something interesting. So we wanted to try sliding snow off these packed roofs, so we might go and do that at the hotel today. So these chunks of ice, the snow that you see on the side, these are from the snowplow. They've got a very fancy snowplow. We actually might be crossing that in a bit, so I'll try to record that for you. So very international looking vehicle, international spec, big one. It's like 8-9 foot wide, so it gives you a nice big track. So
bloody rough.